If you enjoy the video, hit the like. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe.
Welcome to another episode of Ooh, What Is That? Where I go over different apps and gadgets and just things that I find that I think are really cool, and I share them with you. And on today's episode, I want to talk about the difference between a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization, and a NAAS or a DAAS, which is a node as a service or DeFi as a service, right? And I have links in the description to different like articles that I read pertaining to these things that can help you understand it more than just what I'm saying, right? And in which case I am invested in 3 different DAOs. I will link the videos to my DAOs in the description, and I'm also invested in 2 different NAASs or DAASs. I haven't made videos for those, but I will make them in about a week or so. I'm just waiting to see, you know, what they do with the money, right? So first, let's get some definitions in order so that way we can understand what we're talking about. Again, what a NAAS is a node as a service, and a DAAS, DAAS, is DeFi as a service. And these two, I'm using them intertwined with one another, but they're very different. A NAAS, the node as a service, is a validator service, right? So what is a validator? A validator is essentially the process of consensus on cryptocurrency. It is the way that the blockchain can be verified. So a node is the holders of the node are the ones who say, okay, this is what's going on the blockchain. So for example, you have a smart contract that says you know, a smart contract for insurance, and it says that if the car crashes, pay out the person $10,000, right? And how would the smart contract know that the car crashed, right? That's where the node comes in, because if someone says, well, the car crashed today, the node would verify. The node, the validator is the one that would say, hey, the car really did crash. It is real. And then the smart contract would do what it has to do. Validators are also for voting rights, governance tokens, and things like that. But more so, nodes are validators. And then, of course, you have virtual nodes, which are very different from the actual node. Nodes essentially help run the blockchain. It is a consensus theory. And as I said, I'll link descriptions for that in the thing below, right? So also you have DeFi as a service, which again is yield farming, staking, node services. That's DeFi as a service. And some NAASs, right, are going to be, I want to say Damian is a NAAS, is a node as a service. DeFi is more like Thor or Louis Vuitton, LVT, Vapor nodes. These are like DeFi, but they're also NAASs. That's why I said that it's kind of interchangeable, right? You can use the two and still be talking about the same thing. So it's kind of interchangeable. But those NAASs and DAASs, these are ran by somebody, right? Or by a team, right? Research, they look into these things and they find different ways to make your money make you money. So these are kind of like hedge funds if you want to put it towards like stocks and stuff like that. They're kind of like hedge funds. You put your money into it, they find projects to work your money, and then they pay you back in rewards for the money that you initially put into it. Then you have a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. Now, a DAO is different because a DAO is a company. It's a company that's run by software. But the good thing about the DAO, or maybe the bad thing about the DAO, is that a DAO is run by the people who put their money into it. So it's ran by the community. It's essentially a real democracy, because the only way that the DAO can do anything is if the community makes that decision. The community has to vote on these things, right? So DAOs are like Time Wonderland, Snowbank, Olympus DAO, you know, Metaverse Pro DAO. It's just a bunch of different DAOs, right? And they can only do anything if people vote on it. Now, the problem with a DAO, though, is that it's software, right? So if there is bad coding in it that has loopholes, people can abuse the software. If the coding is weak and it's able to be hacked, hackers can get into it, take the money out of the DAO. But the good thing about a DAO is even the person who made the DAO, right? Even the ones who run the treasury of the DAO, they can't do anything unless it's voted on by the community. That's why I like the DAOs, because again, it's ran by the community, and almost anyone can make a DAO. I will link that in the description below. I've been thinking about starting my own DAO as well, because I think I have a pretty good knack for picking out good projects that could make us money, right? So I like the DAO, right? And that's the difference between a NAAS or a DAAS and a DAO. The NAAS and the DAAS are ran by somebody or a team of people who make the decision on what to do with the money. They are in charge of the money, of the treasury. They decide how it works. Do they allow voting? Yes, of course. But technically, they don't have to listen to anything that we say. They can do whatever they want with the money because they run the project. A DAO, though, they have to listen to what the community says. That's how the program will do whatever it is that they want done, is through the voting. It's through the voting process. And some DAOs, anyone can put up a recommendation and get it voted on. Other DAOs, it's a minimum. Like you have to own like 100 of the DAO token, or 1,000 or 1,000,000 of the DAO token in order to make a request. In which case, most of it is going to be done through the snapshot when it comes to the DAOs. And this is the snapshot website where most of the voting is done for all decentralized autonomous organizations. And some of the NAASs have snapshots as well. So if you have a cryptocurrency wallet, MetaMask, and things like that, you would just come to snapshot.org, click on Connect Wallet, and you would connect whichever wallet that you're currently using, right? And from there, whatever tokens you hold will allow you to vote on things in these DAOs or these protocols, and you will have a voting right, like I said. And I will link this in the description so you guys can check them out. Louis Vuitton and Thor are the two NAASs that I'm into. I'll make videos on that shortly, maybe in a couple weeks or so. I'm still checking it out, and I put my money into it already. I just want to see the returns and more about it. So I just want to really make this video just explaining the difference between a NAAS or a DAAS and a DAO, because at first in the beginning for me it was kind of confusing on what is the difference between the two. But like I said, in the most simplest term, a DAO is ran by the community, and a NAAS or a DAAS is ran by the developers or the programmers or the people who run the treasury. That is essentially the biggest difference between the two. So I just want to make this video. I hope that helped out. If you guys have any questions, or if you know something that I didn't touch on, please leave a comment below and let's talk about it. With that being said, thanks for watching another episode of Ooh, What's That? And let's all remember, man, we all out here trying to do the same thing. Just survive and be happy. Y'all stay blessed.